तो आजिक कैसा लग रहा है? अल्लाहु अकबर, अल्लाहु अकबर।
We are at the summit of Kolahoi, 5425 meters. This is the cornice of Kolahoi. These are our crew members, Majid Saab, Arshid.
Hello.
This is Taus, my classmate from I think nursery. This is Adil Aru. This is Nisar. Hazik, Hazik, say hi.
Hello, hello.
बर्फ ये ना पे आई बर्फ हो रही है बर्फ
हाँ
We've been witnessing around 6 inches of fresh snowfall, although it's a little less here, but on the snowfield it was much more. Right, I'll be signing off now, thank you. चल चल अब कोई नहीं हो गया 48 पे अभी हम हमारी जहाँ कैंप साइट थी अभी हम उसी ऑल्टीट्यूड पे तौसीफ वही शुरू चुवार असर चला रिकॉर्ड बोलता
स्टेशन सबसे पूर्व
सर ऐसा तो पता है, हम समिट किया था ऑलमोस्ट 1.5 दिन के बाद हम वापस आ रहे थे बेस कैंप की तरफ क्योंकि वेदर ख़राब था। तो अनफॉर्चुनेटली हमारा एक जो वहाँ से पास आना था जो इस तरफ आ रहा था तो अनफॉर्चुनेटली वहाँ रॉकफॉल हुआ। हम 2 रोप अपने चल रहे थे तो हमारा रोप हमारे 5 बंदे पहले जा रहे थे तो लास्ट में वो 4 बंदे थे, वो भी अपना इक्विपमेंट तो लगा रहे थे, उसी के समय वो रॉकफॉल हो गया।
So I came to know about the tragedy when Adil called me at about 4:30, and I picked up the call and he informed me that they have climbed Kolahai and they were on way down. So I was in a meeting, somehow I was able to take that call and I congratulated him on his climb, and then I advised him to be cautious while coming down, and then at around 5:15 I got a call from Tahir that he informed me that there was a tragedy, there was a rockfall, and there were apprehensions of death of one member and one was injured.
And the response from Arshid was, Tahir, 3 लड़का किरवास मज we need immediate rescue. I was shocked. मैं कुछ समझ नहीं पाया पहले. As I was talking with Shafiq साहब, तो मुझे अर्शद का मैसेज आया, we need chopper rescue, immediate chopper rescue. So I thought that the situation is very grave.
Within 5 minutes of being told about the success of Alpine Adventurers, we received a call from one of their members that they needed a chopper, and we were stunned. We were absolutely startled by such a massive reversal of events.
So my first response was to call the district administration. The Deputy Commissioner Yunus happened to be a friend, and I informed him. Then I tried to get in touch with Hawes people who were based in Sonamarg, and I also tried to look out for Air Force.
I told Tufail about this incident, that Kolahai team has met accident, and we immediately rushed towards my home. We got the necessary equipment, necessary clothing, and we just straight away we drove to Pahalgam.
I called Junaid, by ऐसे हो गया, we need to leave now. I'm waiting at Lal Chowk. तो I guess 5:30 time होता तो within half an hour, 30-40 minutes, Junaid reached the spot, and we left for Aru. So I kept calling Arshid. तो जैसे ही Arshid के साथ बात हुई तो Arshid said that situation here is very grave. I think we have lost Naveed, and that was like mountain falling on us. We were looking at each other. तो eventually हम पहलगाम पहुंच गए थे तो Arshid called that Adil is no more. What to do now? And I told him that just leave the bodies there and take the team down, come down to the base camp.
And after 30 minutes, we received a call that 2 had died, and one of them was Adil. You know, we straight away plunged into this black hole of disbelief. This fine little gully, and that is a conventional route to the summit, and this gully is the only conventional route that they needed to cross, in order to come down from the advanced base camp towards the Dhanwet camp. And I would say 1 in 1,000 days that gully would experience that kind of a massive rockfall, and it happened at exactly the same time that they were going.
We reached Pahalgam at around 10:30, and straight away we started our trek towards Dhanwet.
Mainly हमारा focus रहा फिर equipment. हमने tents छोड़े, हमने sleeping bags छोड़े, तो हमने सिर्फ equipment ropes carry किए. We started the journey towards Dhanwet.
आराम सान आदिल भाई, easy.
हम पता we'll take a tent for 5-6 nights. If we get time, we can advance to further.
No, we need rest. We need rest. No.
Rest करो 4 बजे पकान.
4 बजे तक वातो 3-3:30 तमतन कोथ Dhanwet. पत बेहमो 1-1.5 घंटे with the first ray of light near us glacier moves.
Early morning we reached Dhanwet at around 6 in the morning. It was an overnight trek. Well, our main concern was to get down. To reach the base camp, that is Dhanwet, because Hazik was already there, who had been rescued by the locals of Aru towards to Dhanwet. Well, unfortunately, on the day we reached there, the weather turned bad. So we couldn't move towards the glacier, nor could the helicopters no doubt, the helicopters from the Air Force, they reached us, but they couldn't reach the dead bodies at the Dhanwet glacier.
Then in the morning when we managed the complete coordination, which was initiated by the disaster management headed by Mr. Amir Ali, we were able to start the rescue through air, but unfortunately the next day it was cloudy and the helicopter could not take off. But in the meanwhile, we came to know that Hazik has already descended and he was brought down to Dhanwet, where the next very day he was airlifted and shifted to Barzala.
In the evening of 8th of September, we are joined by a few more people from the club, plus Jammu and Kashmir police party, headed by Ram Singh. They join us at Dhanwet, and we had a meeting there, in which we discussed the modalities of the rescue on the next day. So the things that were discussed were that no matter what, we will be retrieving the bodies.
Then we had a meeting, the JKMSC rescue team, and we decided that even if the current attempt to retrieve the bodies didn't succeed, we would stay there for as long as it takes, and we would be there for as long as it takes to retrieve the bodies, because it was necessary. If there was another snowfall, the bodies would have disappeared forever. Even a minor avalanche or anything would plunge the bodies into the crevasse or a berg front, and they would disappear forever.
तो नेक्स्ट मॉर्निंग सब रेडी था, सब सवेरे उठे थे, सब टाइम पे स्टार्ट हो गया. तो जैसे ही ये जो टीम या बेस कैंप से निकली, तो आई रिसीव्ड अ कॉल फ्रॉम महमूद साहब, एंड ही आस्क्ड मी टू अवेयर द टीम कि चॉपर भी आ रहा है, तो उनको बोलो कि स्पॉट पे जैसे ही वो पहुँचे वो कोऑर्डिनेट करे तो यहाँ से चॉपर भी आ जाएंगे टू रिट्रीव द बॉडीज़. और फाइनली हम फिर वो स्टेट एडमिनिस्ट्रेशन के टच में रहे, या जुनैद जो खुद टच था विद द पायलट. तो फिर सबकी कोऑर्डिनेशंस किए, सब ने एक दूसरे के कोऑर्डिनेशंस किए. सारी स्टेट एडमिनिस्ट्रेशन इसके पीछे लगी हुई थी. उन 3-4 दिन हमारा JKMSC का रेस्क्यू टीम जो था या SDRF का रेस्क्यू टीम था, सब इसी के ऊपर लगे रहे.
Mahmood Saab played a pivotal role between us and the authorities, and fortunately on the next day the weather was clear, and we also reached the glacier at around 9:30, and we retrieved the dead bodies from the spot of accident. And in the meantime, helicopter also came, and we put the bodies in the helicopter, and they were evacuated to Srinagar.
So then after the examination, the bodies were taken to the respective residences. Almost all the members of Jammu and Kashmir Mountaineering Hiking Club and the people who knew Adil and Naveed, they all descended on their residences, and then we buried them. It was an unfortunate tragedy, and one thing, whatever I have come to know, whatever my analysis goes, whatever my little knowledge is, that I would summarize it very simply that both these Naveed and Adil were at a wrong place at a wrong time. Every now and then we come across reports of shooting stone incidents on National Highway, and many people die. And this is also kind of a similar incident where shooting stone happened, there was a rock fall, and there was a death of these two trekkers on the glacier fields of Kolahoi.
We are approaching the dead bodies of Naveed, Jeelani and Adil Shah. This is the glacier. This is known as Musa Servant Cover. We are getting the body of Naveed. This was on the other side of the Berkshire, and you can see the rocks which have hit them. It is a devastating scene.
वो नीचे बैठेगा नहीं जहाज.
यहाँ फ्लैट जगह है नहीं.
फ्लैट जगह है नहीं ना सर. इधर नीचे जहाज नीचे नहीं बैठेगा, ऊपर से ही वो रोप डालेगा उधर से.
The helicopters are here. We are ready with the rescue is almost done.
Adil, I have been in touch with Adil for pretty long, and he was very talented, and he lived for outdoors, and we have been on treks for a number of occasions, and we have been exchanging information. We have been exchanging the inputs on the trails, treks, whatever latest was happening, be it equipments, clothing, gear. I liked him very much. It is a loss. He left us at such a young age, but he has left an indelible impression on the psyche of people who are involved in adventure. The legacy he has left will motivate and inspire a whole generation. We have to be very careful in our next endeavors, and we have to constantly endeavor to train boys and girls who go into the wilderness. One major takeaway from this incident was that the communication lines were not clearly defined, and then we never knew which door to strike and where the help will come from. So now we have worked on this. We are training. We will be in coming days. We will be training our boys in radio communication, and then we will be closely working with the Department of Disaster Management, so that whenever, God forbid, the next tragedy strikes, will be the response will be more immediate. and it also gives us an opportunity to work for disaster mitigation.
We were friends. We used to discuss mountains, our future expeditions, our future trails, and in fact, they had. The Alpine team had asked me to join them for this expedition, but unfortunately, I was not available because of my exams.
He was a great friend, mentor, companion, promoter of adventure sports.
वो हमेशा साथ रखता था, सिखाता था, पॉइंट्स बताता था कि आदिल was the second person जिसने 100 Alpine lakes cover किए थे, and one of the biggest credit was कि उसने कश्मीर की highest Alpine lake भी उसी ने डिस्कवर की थी. हमने 3 पीक्स इकट्ठे सबमिट की थी, आदिल और मैंने. वन अमंग देम वाज कोतवाल, जो हमने खा लिया, हम 2 ही ने सबमिट की थी. एंड उस सबमिट के दौरान भी आदिल वाज लाइक, ही वाज ऑलवेज हैप्पी.